You ever heard that saying you can't put toothpaste back in its tube? Well, this is that, except it was shirts in a box. This is about 50 shirts of this client's college and high school memories. I cut all the shirts up and separated them by color. That way, when I go to lay everything out, my colors are distributed evenly. Now I'm putting my first block together, and the things just magically fit together like a puzzle. And yes, that is batting on my bottom layer. It doesn't get caught in my machine when I do a zigzag stitch over where the t-shirts overlap. This is the swirl technique I do on my big machine. Now I straighten up all the blocks with a big ruler and a rotary blade. Now it's time to sew them together, so I pick them up like this to keep them in order. And these you put together like you'd put together anything. Line up your edges with right sides facing each other and go to town. But make sure you have those corners lined up, because if you don't, then it'll end up all wonky, and that's not good. Now take it to your ironing board and press those seams. But be mindful, because some logos will melt under your iron, so just be careful. Now once you get that row done, or is it column? I don't know. Either way, do the rest of them now. And you're going to sew those together the same way you did the smaller block. Line up your edges, put right sides together, and then just smooth everything out flat. And then you want to go in with some straight pins and hold everything together. I use 4 pins per block. Now you're going to fold it up and pat it and prick it and mark it with a B and put it in the, Put it in the sewing machine, not the oven. And once you get everything sewn together, your quilt top is officially done. Now you just need to take it back to the ironing board and press those seams. God, this tank top's aggravating me. Anyway, I'm going to tell you again to be real mindful of these logos, because some of them will melt and it just makes a horrible mess on your quilt and your iron. Alright, now we got to put the back on. I did a video the other day specifically on this part, so go look at that if you haven't seen it yet. I'm not sure why this part of the video looks all red, but we're just going to roll with it. I make the binding of my quilts by folding up the excess fabric from the backing. I fold and iron it about 3 times, and there's about a 1/2 inch overlap, so plenty of room to pin and sew. This is how I miter my corners. It's unconventional, but I've already done a whole video on it, so if you haven't seen that, go check it out on my page. And this clip took my breath a little when I was editing, because those aren't my hands, those are my mama's hands. I sure do hope I'm making her proud. And if you sometimes look in the mirror and see somebody you miss, I get it, and I'm sending you a hug. Alright, back to our regular color and music, because we gotta lighten this mood. And settle in, because we're gonna be here for a while. I go around the perimeter of my quilts twice, and then I do a zigzag stitch where I've sewn my blocks together. And I ain't even gonna lie, y'all, this song,
if I go to jail tonight, promise you'll pay my bail,
has been stuck in my head while making this quilt. I was never in a sorority, but Lord, if this quilt could talk, honey, I bet she'd tell some stories.